plain people. Many who gave the ultimate sacrifice, helping to rescue victims, will always be remembered. American flags were flown proudly everywhere as our symbol of patriotism and unity. I don't believe that they're flying enough today. From the birth of our great nation, we have been called upon to sacrifice for the freedom we treasure. And it is our good fortune that we have always been blessed with men and women who are willing to lay down their lives in defense of our great liberty and nation. We must be forever mindful that the price of our cherished freedom is eternal vigilance, so that nothing like this is allowed to ever happen again. We must commit ourselves to the public safety and security of our community, our state, and our nation. Like those who thwarted the attempt bombing of Times Square, I know it's a cliche, but don't ever forget, if you see something, please say something. Today, let us remember all those who died at the World Trade Center, in that field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and at the Pentagon, as well as the brave servicemen and women in Iraq and Afghanistan who have lost their lives, and those that are still there continuing the fight against terrorism, and those cowards, because I believe that's exactly what those people were that day, are cowards. Let their memory shine like a beacon of hope for freedom, not only here, but in the entire world. Together, let us pledge to never forget and hold close to our hearts the memories of those fallen patriots. Thank you for giving me the honor of being here this evening as your county executive. And may God bless you and the greatest nation in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. State Senator William Larkin is now in his 31st year in the New York State Legislature, having served in the Assembly from 1979 to 1990, and the New York State Senate from November 1990 to today. Prior to his distinguished public service, he was a veteran of 23 years of active military service, retiring from the United States Army with the rank of Lieutenant Colonel. Ladies and gentlemen, the distinguished senator from New York's 39th District, the Honorable William J. Larkin, Jr.
Thank you, Commissioner Rose. To my colleagues, government, the distinguished members of our armed forces, our state police, color guards, and those beautiful voices of those beautiful women. It says something special to us. But today is a day we remember. Those of you younger than me will never forget this day. Those older than me, like Eddie Diana, will remember Pearl Harbor. Thank you for that smile. Because this is a day none of us in America will ever forget. And we don't want anybody else in this world to forget our precious blood taken from us by ruthless people who wanted to destroy our nation, our quality of life, and our desire for freedom for all. It's a tough statement. I hear people say, well, but everybody didn't do it. I'm not saying everybody did it. But I am saying we must be prepared because we do not want another. I hear people say, well, you know, it's time to heal. The 4th of August, 1950, my company in Korea, I had my first killed in action. I remember today and every day of my life, and I know you will never forget what happened to your loved ones, and we should not forget. 44 families in Orange County suffered, and each and every one of us must. We cannot forget it. We must be with you to help you, to ensure you understand that we're there to help you. Everyone here is your family and your friends. Yes, we don't really recognize the inner thoughts and feelings that each and every one of you have. But we as a nation will never forget. As we read the papers now and then, we talk about ground zero. And people talk about it like it's, let's go have a soda pop. But they never lost somebody like you've done. But those of us who stick together and say, this is our country, and damn it, if you want to come near us, we're going to say, no, we've had enough of your nonsense. And we've got to stand tall as a nation. And on behalf of the state of New York, to those survivors and in remembrance of your families, I say, God bless you. God bless America.
Thank you, Senator. I'm proud to be able to introduce Representative Hall, who was able to join us today. John J. Hall represents the 19th Congressional District in New York's Hudson Valley. Elected in 2006, Congressman Hall serves on the House Committees on Transportation and Infrastructure, Veterans Affairs, and the Select Committee on Energy Independence and Global Warming. He also serves as chairman of the Veterans Subcommittee on Disability Assistance and Memorial Affairs. Currently resides in Dover Plains, New York, with his wife, Pamela Bingham Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, Congressman John Hall.
Thank you for that kind introduction and for allowing me to be here to share this memorial ceremony with you. Thank you to my friend, Supervisor Diana, Lieutenant Colonel Atkinson, and all the other active duty military who are here, Senator Larkin, all our veterans who are here, our first responders, fire, police, EMS. Most people in the country don't realize this. In fact, I'd like to do a pop quiz on my colleagues in the House of Representatives and ask them if they know what state has the highest percentage of volunteer service for fire and emergency medical services. They say Tennessee, volunteer state, and I say no, it's actually New York. We have the highest of all the 50 states, which I'm proud of, and I think we all should be proud of the fact that it says something about the character of the people of this county, the people of the 5 counties I represent, and of the state as a whole. County Executive Diana mentioned all the regular citizens that came to the site of the rubble at the Twin Towers to try to help. What they initially thought was a rescue effort, which turned into a recovery effort and just trying to dig remains from the rubble. At least one person came from every one of the 435 congressional districts in this country. People came from every one of the 50 states in this country. People heard a call. People who were not police or fire or EMS or military themselves, but who just felt that they needed to go and got on a plane, came to New York, went there and tried to help. And that says something about the character of our country as well. September 11th is now formally recognized by an act of Congress as Patriots' Day in the United States, and Americans are asked to fly their flags at half-staff and to observe a moment of silence in honor of the victims. And while the terrorists were able to destroy the Twin Towers in New York City and attack the symbol of our military might, the Pentagon, they vastly underestimated the unbreakable American spirit, exemplified by the large number of official and unofficial first responders, police, firefighters, and other emergency personnel, many of whom resided here. They clearly demonstrated to our enemies that our spirit cannot be overcome and that our resolve to confront any